Well, I want to first say thank you very much for the opportunity to be able to visit with you today. I very much appreciate the opportunity that I've been given by the Japanese government, in particular the Consul General out of the Portland, Oregon Consular Office, Consular General Shiga, as well as the Honorary Consul General of Idaho, Ed Kloffenstein, who has helped facilitate this. By way of self-introduction, my name is Kelly Anthon. I am an Idaho State Senator. I'm the Majority Leader of the Idaho State Senate. And I'm an attorney and businessman who's had a considerable amount of interaction with Japan over the years. And my focus in more recent years has been on economic development. And in the course of all those things, I've been given the opportunity to work with some great Japanese companies on behalf of the state of Idaho to try to help them build their business in the United States, but also to help build up my home state. And so this is a great opportunity for me to share a little bit about Idaho, what's happening here, and why it may be something that your particular company may be interested as well. First of all, I want to say that, let me tell you a little bit about Idaho. Idaho is, as by all standards, and certainly by Japanese standards, a rural state. It's a very large state with a population of about 1.8 million people. The interesting thing about Idaho is, and when I've dealt with business in Japan, if I say to somebody, you know, Idaho shu karakimasu, they always say one thing, either potato or jagaimo. So they always know that when I say Idaho, I'm talking about potatoes. And there is certainly some truth to that. Idaho is the #1 producer of famous potatoes in the world, or at least in the United States. And so we do have a very large agricultural sector. And the thing that we're trying to share with those with whom we speak is that just as the Idaho landscape is diverse, we have a very diverse economy as well. And what we've seen develop over recent years is not only the agricultural industry, but also a large manufacturing sector, which is not just on foods, but things like plastics, microchips, software, and so forth. Of course, Japan and Idaho have a great relationship already. So much so that Japan is now Idaho's 5th largest market for some of our agricultural products. Of course, we also love to get Japanese tourism in Idaho as well. The relationship that we have so far and have had so historically has grown in terms of import-export. So for Japan exports, we send about $200 million worth of Idaho exports to Japan. And Japan sends us about the same, $176 million, most recent numbers. Of course, electronic and industrial components is a major factor in that import business to Idaho. But there's something even more exciting that I want to share with you today, besides the traditional relationship that Idaho and Japan have had. And that is that the diversity of the Idaho economy, with the development of different kinds of industries, different kind of companies, have also produced some great opportunities for Idaho and Japan. Let me tell you what's exciting about Idaho right now that I think is of interest to Japanese companies, and certainly of interest to Idaho companies that want to seek business in Japan as well. Idaho's economy is phenomenal right now. And I hate to say this because I know there is so much trouble and so much suffering that has taken place with the pandemic and the COVID-19 outbreak. But the fact of the matter is Idaho's economy has weathered it better than any other state in the United States. Idaho's economy right now is ranked #1 as the fastest growing economy. We've been named the fastest per capita job growth, and that includes top rising wages. And those employees are happy here. We are seeing more people move to Idaho than almost any other state. And in recent years, Boise, the capital of Idaho, has been the #1 growing city in the United States. So why is that? Why does it matter? And what does it have to do with Japan? Well, I think it is important because Idaho really can become the front door, so to speak, the gateway of Japanese business into the Western United States, and maybe the United States, period. There are a few reasons why I say that. Logistics, the business climate, and Idaho's increasing focus on foreign direct investment. Logistics. Why logistics? Idaho is an interior state. Why is it so logistically important, and why would companies want to utilize Idaho from a logistics standpoint? Well, from Idaho, if you think about it, if you have a manufacturing center in Idaho and you drive 13 working hours in any direction from the state of Idaho, you arrive in a major metropolitan market of the United States. So from Idaho's center, again, whether it's 1 day, 2 days by truck, and that's 13 hours, again working day, you can arrive in Los Angeles, Denver, Portland, Seattle, and so on and so forth. So for those who want low-cost manufacturing in a stable rural environment with the infrastructure in place so that you can quickly get your products all throughout the Western United States, Idaho is it. Idaho is a great way to introduce your business in a cost-effective way and logistically to the Western United States. I will say additionally, because of Idaho's potato industry, we've also developed an incredible infrastructure for getting perishable foods, products to the East Coast. So from Southern Idaho, you can get on a train with your product and you can be very quickly to the East Coast with a fresh potato. Secondly, and maybe most importantly, is the business climate in Idaho. There's a reason why Idaho is #1, and that is because we are a rural state, because we have been a low population state, there is this connection between your local government, your state government, your regional economic development agencies, and so on and so forth. The ease of access to get to top government officials and get things done is almost unparalleled. A mayor from the southern part of the state can pick up the phone and have the governor on the phone within moments. And that helps us deal with red tape. One of the things about Idaho, in addition to being ranked #1 for business, we've also been ranked #1 for the least red tape. We are the #1 least regulated state in the United States. And so for business, the concept of having predictable, low regulation is something that we have found really accelerates the growth of business. The former governor used to use a saying. He said, the government should function at the speed of business. Government should never be a hindrance to how fast a company wants to grow their business. And so that is the climate that is happening right now. What's interesting about rural areas is they are hungry for development. So in all of the rural parts of the state, not only are they focused on agriculture to keep and retain that business, but when you have an economy that is based solely on agriculture, you also have a real need to diversify that economy. And so in the rural areas, there are great incentives. There's a great hunger, so to speak, for new business diversification, and how to take the economy's growth to a different level and a next level. And you see that play out in the kind of incentives that are available for businesses, including foreign businesses that come into Idaho and want to create jobs and grow their business. And those are a number of grants, tax incentives, urban renewal projects, ways that we can help you pay for the things that you need to grow your business in the state of Idaho. Perhaps most interesting in the focus on Japan is recent opportunity for foreign direct investment. So the Idaho Department of Commerce in the last 5 years has begun a real focus on trying to attract foreign direct investment. That has been facilitated in part by participation in Select USA, an organization, a program that's run by the US Department of Commerce. And through Select USA, we have met a number of Japanese companies that have grown to be great partners with not only the state of Idaho, but different regions of the state of Idaho. That excellent relationship certainly is buoyed up and supported by the Consul General's office out of Portland. And the Consul Generals have been excellent partners with the state of Idaho. They have helped us facilitate a number of business opportunities. The ambassador to the United States out of Washington, D.C. has also been an excellent resource for us. So that relationship is established, it is growing and deepening. And so for those of you who are in Japan, I believe very firmly that you can reach out to your own government interests in the United States, and together we can work to make sure that you have success in the state of Idaho, but also that the state of Idaho can become your first stopping place, your front door, so that you can expand your business throughout the Western United States and throughout the United States, period. One example of that is the Hatsu group. The Hatsu group is, I believe, from Hachioji area of Tokyo. They have developed, I've shared the website there, they've developed an organization that is being very successful in bringing small to medium Japanese firms to their first experience in spreading their business, to expanding their business in the United States. Interestingly, the founder, Mr. Suzuki, who is the lead at Hatsu, first brought his own business, which was called Sakai Casting, to the United States. And his first stop was California. And that made sense to him because he had some technology. He was going to try to grow his business in the United States. And what he realized was that the California bureaucracy, the red tape that we've talked about, was such that for a small business, for a mid-sized family firm from Japan, they didn't take as much interest as what he found in Idaho, because Idaho's economy is built on family businesses, small businesses. And so when he came to Idaho, there was a completely different environment. And so much so that we are now dealing with a large number of Japanese firms who have been visiting recently, or not recently because of COVID, but over the last several years anyway, regularly to the state of Idaho to help facilitate their own business growth in the United States. We're very excited about that. We want Japanese firms to come to us and let us work with you so that you can bring your business interests to the United States. Perhaps one of the most interesting kind of components of this is the Idaho Global Entrepreneurial Mission. We call it IGEM. And that is one of the opportunities that the Sakai Casting Group actually took advantage of. IGEM is a program that encourages the universities, the research universities of the state of Idaho, to partner with Idaho companies, United States companies, and certainly foreign companies to develop and commercialize new technologies. And so they actually fund that research as needed so that you can spend your time focusing on growing your business and growing jobs in the United States. Sakai Casting was the recipient of one of these awards. The state of Idaho has within it the Idaho National Laboratory, which is a nuclear, amongst other things, a nuclear research facility. And Sakai Casting had conceptualized a new way to store nuclear waste that would be less risky and new technology that, if commercialized, would be very successful, we think. So in 2017, the company did locate in Idaho Falls, Idaho, and we started partnering with them. The University of Idaho, as well as Boise State University, worked with Sakai Casting on a $237,000+ grant to develop the technology, and that I think work is ongoing. So that's just an example of the success that we're seeing in Idaho. We want to see more opportunities like this. We want to be seen in Idaho as a Japanese firm's first stop, the front door, so to speak. So that if you're considering your business in Idaho, we certainly hope that you'll work with the Consul General's office, you'll work with my office, the Idaho Department of Commerce, and others to let us show you the opportunities in more detail and let us work with you. We want to be a partner with you, and we thank you for this opportunity once again to share just a little bit about what's happening in Idaho, what opportunities are available, and how we can be the front door for your business. Thank you very much for your time.